You've probably heard these songs before.
Pussies, caught the first one savage, mold my mood. That's what
these songs are all produced by legendary producer Metro Boomin. Metro's ability to reimagine old nostalgic samples is one of the reasons he's made such a huge impact on the hip-hop and trap scene today. Let's examine the sampling techniques that Metro uses in each of these 3 songs. The second song off of Savage Mode 2 starts off with an eerie female vocal sample by Diana Ross.
Am I really hard to please?
I found a similar sample on YouTube by typing in horror movie samples. He takes this chop from the sample and loops it, emphasizing the downbeat with a piano chord stab. One of Metro's favorite chord progressions is this. The reason this works so well and gives Metro that dark vibe every time is due to the dissonance between these 2 notes. The music theory behind this is pretty simple. He goes from the minor triad to the suspended 2nd chord. With our sample, we can take a similar approach and implement these chords. Metro mentions in this interview that if necessary, he'll get session players to record live instrumentation on a record.
Sampling or having somebody else play some piano or some shit on it, like, I don't really care about none of that. I just want this shit to be
as hot as it could
amazing.
possibly be.
Yeah.
I found these 2 live violin samples from Splice and added them to the bridge section of the beat. On the song Many Men off of Savage Mode 2, we hear a descending synth line. So we'll add something similar during the bridge section of our beat. Metro likes to keep his drum patterns insanely simple to leave plenty of room for an artist. Producing from an artist's perspective, I believe has given Metro a unique outlook on the beat making process. We'll start off with a hi-hat, a standard clap, and a spins 808. Then we'll bring in some open hats during the second half of the hook. Next, let's take a look at Future's most streamed song to date. Metro samples Prison Song by Carlton Williams. I found this sample from the Isley Brothers on YouTube. In the Isley Brothers flute sample, I noticed the flute was panned hard left and the piano chords were on the right. Using the Fruity Stereo Shaper, I was able to isolate both the flute and piano parts separately so I could use them independently throughout the beat. I also found this Rhodes sample from the OJs. I chopped both of these loops up and combined them to fill out the sample. For the intro, I put a halftime on the melody. Then the beat drops into a hook with some classic Metro drums. Metro likes to add beat cuts and remove certain elements in sections to keep the beat interesting, so we'll do the same. On Metro and Travis Scott's Overdue, we hear a chopped and filtered soul sample come in during the intro. Let's take the same approach with our sample. In the second half of the hook, Metro adds some piano that follows the same chord progression as the sample. Metro then drops the beat straight into the hook with some drums that feel more humanized. I've found that the best way to achieve this sound is to adjust the velocity and the pitch of your hi-hats. Thanks for watching. I'll be including the project files for these songs in the description below. Let me know in the comments whose style you want me to break down next.